Welcome my YouTube channel. Review, AI Book Writer. Software for effortless content creation. Needing speed and creativity in writing? Hey there. As someone who's always putting together ebooks, I'm constantly on the lookout for tools that can help me get more done without sacrificing quality. My go-to apps are Grammarly for catching grammar mistakes, Canva for designing eye-catching covers, and Kindle Create for formatting my books. But honestly, writing the actual content used to take forever, until I stumbled upon AI Book Writer. This software promises to make the process smoother using artificial intelligence, and after trying it out for a few weeks, I can say it pretty much delivers on what it claims. Exploring AI-powered automation for my writing projects, I rely on Jasper AI for blog posts and Pseudo-Write for bouncing around ideas for fiction. But AI Book Writer is really built for full-length books, which makes it stand out. It uses advanced natural language processing, NLP, to generate chapters that make sense and flow naturally. You just give it your topic, genre, or a simple outline, and it comes back with text that sounds almost human. Plus, it seems to pick up on the tone you want, whether it's informative, persuasive, or storytelling, making it feel pretty personalized. The interface. Clean, minimal, and efficient. The layout is super straightforward and beginner-friendly. I use a few other tools every day that need to be easy to navigate. Scrivener for organizing my novels, Notion for jotting down ideas, and Microsoft Word for editing. AI Book Writer's design is simple but effective, with all the key tools right where you need them. When you open it, there's a dashboard that lets you start a new project or pick up where you left off. Moving between chapters, setting word count goals, and tracking progress is smooth. No confusing menus or clutter. Customization and genre control. One thing I really like is how flexible it is with genres. I switch between tools depending on what I'm writing. Atticus for self-help stuff and Plotter for plotting out fiction. With AI Book Writer, I tried it on different genres like romance, self-help, and sci-fi. The AI tweaks its vocabulary, pacing, and tone to suit each genre. For example, in a thriller, it crafted suspenseful hooks and cliffhangers, while in a motivational book, it adopted a warm, encouraging voice. Even better, you can feed it writing samples to help it learn your style. Real-time writing assistance and rewriting tools while working on a non-fiction book about productivity. I loved how the software suggested ways to improve clarity and flow as I went. I also used tools like Hemingway Editor to simplify complicated sentences and Quillbot for paraphrasing. But AI Book Writer has its own rewriting feature too. You can emphasize any paragraph or sentence and pick options like simplify, expand, or make more persuasive. Feels like having an editor right there with you, giving immediate feedback. Chapter structuring and outlining support. Outlining long books has always been a challenge for me. I turn to tools like MindMeister for mind mapping and Milanote for visual planning. AI Book Writer helps out with that by providing an outline generator based on your keywords or topic. For instance, when I was working on a digital marketing book, it offered a solid 10-chapter plan with subheadings and summaries. You can tweak, move around, or add to the outline before generating the full content, giving you control without feeling overwhelmed. Speed and productivity boost. Writing used to feel like a project that could take months. Nowadays, I track my writing time with tools like PomoFocus for the Pomodoro technique and Trello to keep my tasks organized. Thanks to AI Book Writer, I managed to get a full first draft of a 25,000-word book done in less than a week. That's because it writes super fast, generating 300 to 500 words in just seconds, and I can keep regenerating the output or continue where I left off until I'm happy. It's a lifesaver when I hit writer's block. The AI just keeps the words flowing. Hearing, language and grammar capabilities. While the AI often produces grammatically correct sentences, I still like to give everything a quick once-over. I use tools like Grammarly Premium and Pro Writing Aid for polishing up my work. The AI Book Writer does include a basic grammar checker, but I found it pretty limited compared to dedicated tools. Still, I was pleasantly surprised by how natural the writing sounds. No robotic phrases, especially when I give clear prompts and feedback to guide it. Plagiarism and originality assurance. Originality is a big deal when using AI. I rely on CopyCape and Grammarly's plagiarism detector to double-check my work. The folks behind AI Book Writer say it creates 100% original content, not by scraping existing material, and I ran several chapters through Copycape without any issues. That definitely gives me peace of mind, especially when I'm ready to publish on platforms like Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, where originality really matters. Exporting, formats, and publishing features when it's time to publish. I use Vellum for formatting and upload everything on KDP. The AI book writer lets me export my manuscript in lots of formats: DOCX, PDF, EPUB, or plain text. The files keep the formatting consistent, which makes moving from writing to designing a lot easier. It also lets me add basic metadata like author name, book title, and description, which is super handy. Customer support and community access good support can really make or break a software experience. I turn to Reedsy for freelance editing help and Facebook writing groups for advice from other writers. AI Book Writer has an active user forum and a helpful FAQ section, which I found really useful. When I reached out with a formatting issue, support got back to me within 12 hours with a clear, helpful response. Plus, there are plenty of video tutorials that walk you through everything, perfect for beginners or anyone who likes step-by-step guidance. Pricing and value for money. Talking about costs, I use a mix of free and paid tools. Google Docs is great for quick, simple writing, and Jasper AI, even though it can be pretty pricey, handles more complex content creation. AI Book Writer offers a one-time payment option and monthly plans. Considering what it offers, I think the price is fair, especially compared to other AI tools that can get really expensive. Basically, it's not just a writing tool, it's like having a co-writer who's working around the clock. Honestly, I think AI Book Writer is pretty awesome, but like anything, it has its quirks. To cover my bases, I also use Evernote for jotting down quick ideas and Grammarly for catching those tricky grammar issues. One thing I'd love to see is better handling of citations when it comes to academic writing, and it'd be a bonus if they added voice dictation so I can jot down ideas hands-free when I'm on the move. Also, while it works great in English, the multi-language support could use some love. It's still pretty basic. Oh, and I've noticed a little bit of repetition in those longer chapters, so hopefully that gets cleaned up in future updates. Overall, I'd say AI Book Writer is a solid partner if you're serious about writing a book, whether it's for making money because it's something you're passionate about or both. I lean on a few other tools to help fill in the gaps, but honestly, none of them are quite as customized to book creation as this one. If the thought of writing a whole book feels overwhelming, this software might be just what you need to make it easier. It doesn't replace creativity, but it definitely ramps it up. For me, it's become a must-have in my author toolkit. Thank you.